I'm Adam Simonar. I'm the studio director and level designer at NVYVE Studios. We're working currently on our first game, P.A.M.E.L.A. P.A.M.E.L.A. is an open world utopian survival horror game set in a futuristic city called Eden that's undergone a terrible catastrophe. If we're banging our head into the wall against a problem, one of the first things we'll do is take a look on the asset store, see if someone's already made something that does what we want to do.
I'm Evan Doody, and we are Darkwind Media. We've been working in Unity for roughly 6 years, and we were very early adopters. Wulverblade is a retro side-scroller beat-em-up. We started Wulverblade with a 2D character controller that someone had created on the asset store. If we need hit effects or blood effects, people have created these great cartoon graphics, these little animations that suddenly we don't have to make anymore. If we need to change something, we can take what they have, edit it, work on it, improve it, or just match it to what we need it to do.
I'm Elliott Mitchell. I co-founded a company called Vermont Digital Arts. We're working on several mobile games and VR games right now. We go to the asset store and we find assets that really work well with VR. They're very efficient. They add a level of detail and a level of polish that make our game stand apart.
We find the asset store to be a truly immeasurable resource in our work. The things you can get on the asset store can extend the looks and extend your workflows by a really crazy amount, and they're extremely inexpensive. Even for a small team, can really make your life a lot easier.
The whole review system is really helpful as a game developer to know what's good and what's not, because the people who are my peers in the industry are reviewing these assets, and I trust their opinion. We use the asset store for camera effects like Chromatica to do color grading, and it makes the game go up another level. There's a new plugin that we started using called Choreographer by Sonic Bloom. And it's a really cool plugin which allows you to sync Unity events to audio. So you can have the soundtrack and the audio drive the special effects. You trigger some event and music plays, and then your special effects are synced exactly to the music. We use circular gravity force to add that extra level of polish to our game, Waggle, so that when you search a word and you rub your finger over the buttons sync down and they have fall off. And so the greater your streak, the more it does that. That's something as an artist that I would not be able to achieve myself. I can program, but I don't really have the time to put into programming to do that while running a studio.
Alloy is one of our favorites. We've been using it for a long time, since Unity 4. It's a great suite of shaders that we're using to achieve some of the interesting materials we have in the game. Node Canvas is an asset that saves us a huge amount of time in terms of putting our AI together and having the behavior trees nicely set up and laid out in a very visual way.
For our in-game cutscenes, we use uSequencer or Flux. These let me, as the technical artist, set up different cinematics, different camera movements, camera pans, and it controls all our characters, so we have great little dialogues.
So you're the one that's been killing all my kin.
For level building, we use Pro Builder. It helps us very quickly create 3D models, 3D geometry for our characters to walk around in, and it lets us iterate right within Unity rather than going from Maya to Unity to Maya to Unity. Everything is right there, and it just works great for us. We use Amplify Color to enhance our already beautifully drawn scenes, and it just lets you get that fine-tuning after the fact. Because if you had to change every asset to match your color, that'd be exhausting and you'd have to be so perfect. But Amplify Color lets us adjust all of that afterwards within Unity.
The asset store has really changed the way we work as a studio. I usually look at it every day and see what's new, what can add that extra level of polish or add elements to our game that I just never thought. I think that having high quality assets from the asset store will actually make the difference between something that is okay and something that's amazing.